come up with the best plan to unify this awkward front yard-courtyard combo? You'll find out next on Landscapers Challenge.
With dot tattoos on his hands, and police warn Hernandez may be armed. Also in the news tonight, Tigard police are tracking a shooting suspect they consider armed and dangerous. Carlos Santos is on the loose more than 24 hours after a shootout at an apartment complex there left one man wounded and another dead. Officers arrested a man they believe abandoned a dead man at Providence St. Vincent Hospital last night in a car. Mario Paramu was taken into custody this morning. Also, a dump truck carrying asphalt lost its load as it rolled on its side in the I-5 median near Salem this afternoon. The driver wasn't injured. No lanes of traffic had to be closed, but this accident did slow down traffic for a while.
After a daring escape in 3 weeks of being held hostage in Iraq, Thomas Hamill is in Germany tonight getting treatment for a gunshot wound to his arm. Hamill escaped from his captors yesterday. He pried open the door of this house where he's being held and ran a half-mile to a U.S. military convoy passing through the area. Elizabeth Sanchez has more on the escape and the plans to welcome him home.
For 3 weeks, Kelly Hamill's world stood still. But today, she's heading to Germany. Her life got a jump start when her husband, former hostage Tommy Hamill, stunned her with a phone call.
He sounded wonderful. He sounded really good.
Hamill was kidnapped during an attack on his convoy last month. He was held hostage and videotaped by his captor. It was the last time his family heard from him until his escape on Sunday.
He just told me that he'd heard a convoy come by and that he pried a door open and ran half a mile down the road to catch the convoy.
Some of the soldiers he met are still talking about it.
He was yelling, "I'm an American, I'm an American, I'm an American POW."
For nearly a month, Hamill's hometown of Macon has been praying for his safe return. Now they're planning a big celebration for when he and his wife get back from a military base in Germany. All over town, ribbons and photos remind residents of their weeks of worry. Family and friends aren't sure if Hamill will head back to Iraq for work. He took the job for a 6-figure salary to pay off debt.
If he's just dead set to go back, she would support him in that, and we would too.
Now Hamill will have to choose between the risk of work in Iraq and a small Mississippi community that waited so long to welcome him home. In Macon, Mississippi, Elizabeth Sanchez, KOIN 6 News.
And the mayor of Thomas Hamill's hometown in Mississippi says there will be a parade without end to celebrate his homecoming.
Hundreds of people ranging from family, friends to national leaders gathered in San Jose, California this afternoon, and all of them were there to say goodbye to war hero Pat Tillman.
Because Pat's glass wasn't half empty. It wasn't even half full. Pat's glass was filled to the rim. It was overflowing with life.
Tillman was an Army Ranger who died in Afghanistan, racing to the rescue of comrades boxed in by an ambush. He passed up a multi-million-dollar pro football contract to defend his nation's freedom. A native of San Jose, Tillman's Ranger Battalion was stationed in the Northwest at Fort Lewis, Washington.
And in the face of international outrage, the Bush administration is moving to punish the soldiers blamed for abusing Iraqi prisoners. Today, the White House announced criminal or military charges will be filed against 13 of those officers responsible. The general who used to be in charge of prisons in Iraq says her soldiers were acting on instructions from military intelligence interrogators. The embarrassing photos are already having a negative effect on U.S. troops.
Doesn't reflect on all of our troops. Most of our troops are doing a great job upholding the highest standards of the service.
The Iraqi Governing Council says the alleged abuse violates international law and is demanding Iraqi judges get access to those prisoners.
War in the presidency. Now it's getting personal. John Kerry, stung by questions about his war record, is unveiling a new round of campaign ads defending it.
It is the biggest single ad buy so far in the presidential race. And as Ken Boddy reports, those new ads will see heavy rotation here in Oregon, a state both candidates believe they have to win.
In combat, he earned the Silver Star, the Bronze Star, and 3 Purple Hearts.
Over the next month, you'll see a lot of these Kerry campaign ads. They include an Oregonian who served with Kerry in Vietnam.
When he pulled me out of the river, he risked his life to save mine.
The $25 million media blitz will cover 19 states. The Democrats hope it counters President Bush's attacks on Senator Kerry's record in Congress.
Kerry even voted against body armor for our troops on the front line of the war on terror. John Kerry's record on national security, troubling.
The contentious ad campaigns show how both parties see Oregon as a real player in the race to the White House.
Oregon has only 7 electoral votes up for grabs. Compared to California's 55 or New York's 31, it seems like small potatoes. But neither party is treating it that way.
Don Hamilton is a political writer for the Portland Tribune.
They see the battleground right now as being in the small to medium-sized states where the race was close in the year 2000. That's why all of this money and all this attention right now is being spent on a lot of these smaller states and being spent on Oregon.
7 electoral votes makes a big difference when it's close. Obviously, we are putting together a tremendous grassroots campaign here with right now over 6,500 volunteers throughout the state.
So both campaigns are scrambling for every potential vote. How Oregonians view Senator Kerry's war record and President Bush's war on terror could very well make a big difference come November. Ken Body, KOIN 6 News.
The presidential race is one topic we're examining tonight at 11 in our exclusive KOIN 6 News Portland Tribune poll. Are Oregon voters leaning toward John Kerry or George W. Bush? Plus, what do Oregonians think about gay marriage? Should there be an amendment to make sure gays can't marry? Or are civil unions more acceptable to voters? We'll break down the numbers for you tonight at 11.
Portable television. It's perfect for the boat, the minivan, the kitchen, the prison cell. That's right, prison cell. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you who's getting them and, more importantly, who's paying for them.
Also today, the kickoff day of the new Medicare discount drug cards for seniors, but it seems there's already lots of confusion. We'll explain just ahead on KOIN 6 News.
Brad Pitt, totally nude for Vanity Fair. Gwyneth bears her pregnant belly. Then a Hollywood wife's plastic surgery nightmare.
My eye won't close with lint.
And Idol's John Stevens in tears with E.T.'s Paula Abdul.
Watch tonight at 7 on KOIN 6.
Today, I made a discovery.
Today was a good day.
We transplanted a kidney.
I helped a family heal.
I learned about dinosaurs.
Today, I met someone new.
Today,
we fixed a broken heart.
I made someone smile.
Today,
I changed a life.
We saved a life.
My favorite patient went home.
Today,
we made life better.
Hice la vida mejor.
Today, we made life better.
This is going to be great. 2 weeks camping in the great outdoors. Let's see. Shut off lights, check. Check. Car gassed and ready to go. Check.
Kids, are we forgetting anything? I feel like we're rushing.
Kitchen sink, check.
Will I be able to use my hairdryer?
Come on, kids. Let's go camping.
Dad, you forgot to...
Open the door. Crash auto. Fix auto.
13 convenient locations throughout the greater Portland and Vancouver area. Call or click 1-800-INFO-FIX.
Why does the Taxpayers Association of Oregon endorse Golia Mary for Congress? Golia Mary helped lead the fight to defeat the $1.1 billion tax increase. And Golia Mary's economic plan will reduce taxes on families, reprioritize spending, and revitalize Oregon's economy. Golia Mary, endorsed by the Taxpayers Association of Oregon, because they trust her, and so can you.
I'm Golia Mary, and I authorize this message.
Now more than ever, there's a reason to stay up. KOIN 6 News at 11.
More reporters, more local news, and complete coverage of national news.
Plus information that's brand new at 11 and updates on the day's top stories.
KOIN 6 News at 11, news that's to the point.
Well, today was the first day seniors could sign up for drug discount cards under Medicare. The Bush administration says these cards will save seniors an average of 17% for name brand drugs, up to 30% for generics. But critics say seniors can get similar prices without discounts through online pharmacies. One phone counselor says there are so many cards to choose from, all covering different drugs, seniors are simply confused.
Do you have one of those portable flat-screen televisions? They seem to be popping up everywhere. And get this, they're even beginning to pop up in prison cells in Oregon. That's right, in prison. As Eric Taylor reports, of course, the inmates love them, and also they're also a hit with the people who run those prisons. He explains why.
When it comes to watching video, they are the hottest thing going. Portable flat-screen TVs, compact, slim, perfect for small spaces like, say, a prison cell.
If I'm watching a lot of reality TV right now.
The set Nick Kramer is watching cost him $300, money he earned from his prison job. The cable service comes from the one already piped into the prison. And Nick is a felon serving time for assaulting a roommate with a knife. To get and keep the television, he must maintain perfect behavior. One slip, and it's back to the community room where prison pecking order determines selection and seating.
Well, a lot of the time not being able to hear what was on the TV or not watching what I wanted to watch, and there was times that, you know, have to be around people that you don't particularly want to be around.
Not exactly the executive screening room. For those who don't have in-cell flat-screen televisions, this is the alternative. And when they show programs in here, this hallway behind me, it's packed. Now, one of the advantages to this program is that it allows corrections officers to take people out of this environment and put them in one that is far more controlled. More importantly, it provides those serving hard time a reason to behave well.
40% of our inmate population are under sentencing guidelines. There is no real incentive for them to behave once they are here. This is one of those tools that the department uses to help with good behavior.
Helps with attitude adjustment?
Absolutely.
It might be effective, but is it appropriate? Critics say it is not, and that regardless of who pays for it, letting prisoners have their own TV misses the point of what serious punishment for serious crime is all about. In Salem, Eric Taylor, KOIN 6 News.
There are 25 flat screens in use at the Oregon State Correctional Institution. 4 other Oregon prisons may follow suit with this program.
How about this? No more getting stuck in bridge traffic in downtown Portland. Just ahead, the newest way. You'll soon be able to commute across the Willamette.
And evacuations, thousands of acres burned tonight, where fire season was officially declared today.
And although you really didn't need a jacket or a sweater much this weekend, keep it handy this week. I'll tell you why in my forecast first.
I'd like to personally invite you to visit one of our beautiful Renaissance model homes.
Discover the features that have built Renaissance homes. Luxurious master suites, incredible kitchens, flowing floor plans, perfect for everyday living and entertaining. Fine craftsmanship, right down to solid granite counters, all in great locations. The Renaissance team makes every effort to make sure your home exceeds expectations.
Now is the time to step up to a Renaissance home.
If you like testing your wits on television game shows, check out the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's High Five Challenge.
Okay, a steal by Joel.
Jackson Pollock.
Pollock is correct for 40 points.
It's fast-paced action featuring high school teams from throughout the Northwest.
Eva Perone?
That is correct. Or Avita.
Catch High Five throughout the year on KOIN 6 TV, Sunday mornings at 6:30. The Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery's High Five Challenge, recognizing and rewarding today's good kids.
He's protecting taxpayers by cutting waste and spending, combining city bureaus, reducing administrative expenses, and finding millions in savings in the city's budget. Performance audits of the Parks Department, and he initiated the Portland Public Schools audit that directed more resources into classroom learning. Jim Francisconi, a new mayor, doing more, spending less.
Before, when I used to look at the magazines, I wish I was them. Now I am. I get so many compliments, turn heads now, because this is the body I want, not that one.
LA Weight Loss, where losing weight is a breeze.
LA Weight Loss has given me back the joy of shopping.
I had so many choices. I was never hungry on the program.
You should call LA Weight Loss program today because you are worth it.
Call for your free consultation, 1-888-560-THIN, 1-888-560-THIN.
This KOIN 6 News segment is brought to you by LA Weight Loss Centers.
Down in California, fire officials declared today the official start of fire season 3 weeks ahead of schedule. Extreme heat and a lack of rain combined to make this an especially dangerous time. 160 firefighters have been called to battle a wildfire burning near Temecula. So far, 500 acres have burned. The fire is now coming dangerously close to some structures, but no evacuations have been ordered tonight. However, another fire burning near Camp Pendleton has already burned more than 1,000 acres. And now people who live near the base are being asked to leave their homes just as a precaution.
Won't be ready for this summer, but in just over a year, you should be able to hop a boat ride across the Willamette River. The planned passenger ferry service will eventually cover the greater downtown area from north of the convention center to the new south waterfront. The first part of this plan sits in a downtown warehouse. It's 3 tour boats that used to carry people on Crater Lake. When the lake got new boats, they gave the old ones to a local group called Rivers West. Volunteers are refurbishing these boats and will outfit them while the city prepares launching docks. And the first launch could start service in June of 2005.
Or you could wait till I start my gondola service with Italian singing as they take your
opera.
There you go.
With your boat ride
Beautiful
over.
day, Dave.
Beautiful day today, beautiful weekend, Jeff. 82 Saturday, 77 on Sunday, 76 today. 61 tomorrow. We are really cooling down, but so get out tonight because it's a gorgeous night out there. And tomorrow we may see some rain mixed in with those clouds and some sun breaks too. Now you look at what today looked like and it was just glorious. In fact, this is what the whole weekend looked like. In fact, you didn't have that many clouds most of the weekend. 76 our high today, 75 in Salem, 80 over in Pendleton, 82 in Burns, 87 in Rome. Rome, you folks are now, well, you're still 87 degrees. We're 75. 50s, though, on the coast. Astoria was 62 today. They've dropped to 57. So cooler weather on the coast, and that's pushing in, but not now. Boy, it's just in the 70s now and delightful out there. Satellite view, big upper level low, a lot of cool, cloudy, showery air here that's moving our way, and that marine layer comes on shore tomorrow to keep us cool. Some light rain maybe, and then as we go through the week, this pulls across us to give us showery and cooler conditions all week long. We're crossing our fingers for Mother's Day. Small craft advisories for a rough bar at the mouth of the Columbia. Otherwise, light rain at times, but the rain really isn't a big deal, but the cooler temperatures will be. And on the coast, you folks have already been in the 50s. So pair of 57s, Astoria and Tillamook, 56s, Lincoln City and Newport. Mostly cloudy, chance of a little light rain and a little breezy, especially the northern end of the valley. West winds to 20. 61 at Salem, Albany, Corvallis, and Eugene. 59, Kelso, Longview. Big change. Some 10, 12, 15-degree drops. Mostly cloudy, chance of some light rain. Above 5,500 feet. Little bit of light snow won't impact the passes. 50 at Timberline, 49 Government Camp and Sandy Am Pass. Maybe a little light rain western side of the gorge. As you head towards the Dalles, it starts getting windy at Hood River and continues at the Dalles. 68 degrees there. Hood River at 65. Cascade Locks 61. Partly cloudy, cooler and windy with winds gusting over 30 miles an hour and temperatures dropping by at least 10 degrees into the 60s except for Baker City and Burns where they have 74 degrees. 51 here, partly cloudy, mild tonight, tomorrow. Cooler, not a bad day. 63 is average or normal, and you could see a little bit of light rain. And as I mentioned, we stay with the clouds and the showers and mix in some sun breaks. And I am optimistically saying that right now on this Monday, Sunday looks okay.
Next week, we'll be fine.
Yes, it will.
We'll get through the next few days. We need the rain.
We do indeed.
Well, if your commute involves the Selwood Bridge, we've got some bad news for you. Do you know it's been rated one of the worst in the nation for safety? Coming up on KOIN 6 News at 11, we'll show you just how severe that problem is and why there may be no money to fix it. Plus, he destroyed storefronts and shop windows, but the vandal responsible is caught on tape. We'll have the video. You'll see it only tonight on KOIN 6 News at 11.
Now the Portland mayor's race. Perhaps the most interesting thing about tonight's featured mayoral candidate is that he's spending his own money to get elected. We gave Jeff Taylor 2 minutes to tell you why he should be Portland's next mayor.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff Taylor, candidate for Portland mayor. We need a fresh start in this city. I'd like you to go to my website. It's 123mayor.com. That's 123mayor.com for concrete business ideas and plans for this city, most of which do not involve using any of your tax dollars. Hello. We need to keep our city safe. Our city has not been safe for the last 8 to 10 years. When a city cannot protect a 14-year-old girl from being shot in the head, but rather spending hundreds of millions of your tax dollars on boondoggle projects like trams, like trolleys, like health club facilities, this has to stop. We need trust. We need you, the voters. You are my chief executive officer, and I need to listen and will listen to you. We need to establish trust in the government. There will be no miscellaneous budget expenses. We are going to get back to helping small business. We have one of the highest, if not the highest, unemployment rates. I, as a small business owner, have a number of concrete business plans without using tax dollars that is going to get our city back into, not out of the bottom 10, but in the top 10. Senior citizens, I work for you and listen to you, and veterans, I know your 3 items of keeping health care safe and keeping your affordable housing, medicines. I'm the only tangible candidate besides Jim Francisconi. He has no budget, and Tom Potter, they all advocate just sales taxes. I am a candidate that's anti-waste. I need your vote May 18th. Thank you.
Okay, that's candidate Jeff Taylor. Ed joins us now, and Tanya Harding on national television.
I wonder how many votes Tanya would get. Yeah, Tanya's on national television again, this time in the ring with the co-host of a comedy show.
Listen for Dave Sweeney's Forecast First, weekday mornings on 92.3 KGON.
Only from Polaris can you get the Sportsman 700 Twin EFI, the world's first 4x4 ATV with EFI, or the Predator 500, named Best in Class Sport ATV in 2004, or the Polaris All-Terrain Pickup, the one named 2004 ATV of the Year by ATV Magazine. And to celebrate Polaris's 50th anniversary, get any Polaris ATV for $50 a month, only from Polaris and only for a limited time.
Mike Curtis, president of Curtis Restaurant Equipment, tells us why he chose Pacific Source Health Plans.
Curtis Restaurant Equipment has been with Pacific Source for the past 9 years. They've done just a terrific job for us. We really like their service level. We get a real person when we call Pacific Source. That doesn't happen with everybody else. Not only is Pacific Source a local company, which we like, but they're also extremely competitively priced, and they're affordable for us and for our employees.
Discover the source. Pacific Source.
My husband fights the same battles, the same pests, year after year. You live in a pest-free paradise? How do you do it?
I don't. I trust the professionals at Eden Advanced Pest Technology.
Eden's Enhanced Service Program provides year-round protection from rodents and most pests using the latest low-impact methods. It's a natural systems approach to pest management. The technicians are friendly and really care about the health